And that field comes down to you and your choices. But those choices were given and also taken away. So how did the loop not KNOT? Well, our motion in following our star is not a circular orbit, but a spiral dance trailing behind it, and so the knot got tighter until a solution to unlock the knot was developed and then carried out. All the characters, players, time and timelines needed to be in order to achieve this task, and 2013 through 2014 provided that opportunity, and the knot was undone. Essentially, 2012 was the end of the cycle, and then a new phase was about to unfold. Will we repeat the cycle or end it? We ended it, and that is why the Looking Glass failed after 2012. So, what happens next, you may all ask? Well, at the time, there was a number of potentials, but none were proven or definitive. But we did break the chain. Right, the finale. In the past few years, I've been shown many visions and scenarios, of which many came to fruition in 3D. One vision showed me and someone else on what at the time I thought was the same world, but it appears later it was the two separate worlds. The two of us were each holding a chain that was connected to the planet, and that planet was Earth. With the same visual of the Earth you would get from a craft in a satellite level orbit, you would see the whole Earth. I was holding on to the chain and was told to let it go. I was reluctant to do so, as I did not have the understanding or bigger picture at that juncture in time. I fought it initially and then let go. And the Earth fell away into the distance and went into a dark void or portal. I think the other person let go of their chain as well as the Earth fell and ultimately disappeared, but I did not see that actually take place. The pain, the sorrow and the sense of loss was enormous within the vision state, and that was replicated for weeks in the 3D waking time as well. There was a sense we had lost the battle for and of the planet, but that was quickly overcome as I processed it all and came to another realization. Well, the bulk of us are all still here, even with that Earth fallen away. But at the same time pondering on why I was still seeing and visiting another Earth, and why we still had two worlds. So I went deeper and gained more understanding. More pieces to the puzzle arrived in many forms, and a new picture started to emerge. I put more pieces of the puzzle together and was asking the right questions and got some answers in return, but some I had to make sense of myself when the time was right. I was drawn to watching a series called Dark. Although it's not a riveting series in many ways, I knew there was clues within it which would lead me to a conclusion and an actionable event. That conclusion is, there is not two worlds, but three worlds. And I started frantically writing stuff down in volumes. My thought processes, solutions, ideas, and all the possibilities it brings. And one word triggered my puzzles altogether, and that word was trifecta. Please post picture 1. So as you can see, the trifecta. I and we had focused only on the loop worlds and the Mobius. But by developing the self onto the mental planes, you can be outside of the loop and time and see. I said more with C in 2020, and we have, based on the levels each person is viewing from and the levels of development and understanding. Within the past month, a new vision emerged, and I saw a similar vision of another planet fallen, and this one was on fire. It was charred all over and still burning in certain regions of it. I did not get the same emotions that I had with the first vision, and was kind of comfortable with that fallen and that vision, which suggested my theory was now coming into view. See picture 2. Can you please post picture 2? That is the triquetra in 2D form. In 3D form, it's not actually connected anymore to the untangled Mobius loop. Picture 1 shows that unlooping or the knot untied. Prepare picture 3, please. Some people will say that is like the Celtic triquetra, which can be seen in picture 3. Except in the middle there is a ring, which is the bind and also the contract. And not a good symbol. Once you look closely, like the yin and yang, their symbols always show the binding, yet many can't see it or completely miss it. So how do we make sense of all this? Well, here goes. The third world, or Earth, is the real and organic world we all once inhabited. before the city of light pills. And maybe we made a mess of. Not confirmed. Via confusion, laziness, certainly lazy-mindedness, seducement or coercion, we ended up on a copy world, which then split into two worlds. All the life and energy, that of which is organic, is mired in with the overlay frequencies described earlier, drawing C, which was inorganic, and we all danced in the soup of illusion and trickery. But some started seeing the new world. Some even went to visit it. Some oversaw the regeneration of it in ready for a future event. Let's go back a bit to the harvesting two worlds wrapped in a knot in the centre, with energy spiralling on both sides, and suddenly the knot is released. What happens next? Well, as both sides are descending the egg timer towards the centre, the spiral downward speeds up. This creates a lot of tension at the knot, and it builds up. And then as the knot is released, the energies conducive releases in a giant spurt and pushes out through the open door or gate. And then joins the new world. See picture 1 again for the visual of that effect. This is like a spark of creation, and is also a replica of what they call the Big Bang as well. An explosion of light, energy and consciousness pushes through into the higher densities and more conducive to higher development and evolution. The source energies released added to the mix and was in essence a filter system. Think of it in terms of the wheat and the chaff. We have had and experienced a number of these filtering events over the past 2 years, and it is preparation for a future event as such. With the incoming G cloud and GNA, which is best for organic life only, that collision will kickstart a sequence of events and changes within you and around you. What will unfold, one can only speculate on. No one is given the full details, as that doesn't allow for free will and also interactions with it. No one knows the date either, no matter how many tell you that via New Age channelers and their bullshit scripts garnered from voice-to-head technology. No one knows the date. Once the transition happens, the harvesting machine and their technology to support that system will end once and for all, and can only be brought back by ourselves being stupid. We must learn the lessons of the past and build a better future for our species, many of which is contained within the guidelines of the People's Club. As above, so below. how to be, how to act, think and act different, caring and sharing, cooperative, not co-pirating, inclusive, not exclusive, need, not greed, helping each other and not playing the comparative, competitive mind games, all as equals, not in hierarchy, adult thinking, not childlike thinking, with egos in balance. Only when the bulk of our people operate under that banner will we then be able to venture to the new world and new worlds out in space. This has been the Truth, Honour and Integrity Show. My name's Thomas Williams. I'll see you all on Thursday. Final word. Space is not the final frontier. It is and was our home.